Welcome back to the Vice City Brief. It's been quiet for a while, but we finally got some stuff to talk about, so I figured it was time to make a video. On this week's episode, we're going to be talking about Dan Houser finally breaking his silence on Grand Theft Auto 6, or anything for that matter. We're going to be talking about Rockstar being in hot water over the firings and union busting, and we're only days away from Take-Two Interactive's November earnings call, which may or may not bring Trailer 3. So without further ado, I'm Sav, this ain't your average YouTube clickbait, let's dive in. Alright, so let's start with the big news. Dan Houser finally broke his silence. For anyone new to the game, Dan's the co-founder of Rockstar Games and the lead writer behind almost every Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption you've ever played. His fingerprints are all over the tone, the humor, and the way that Rockstar tells stories, which has some people concerned considering he recently parted ways. So when someone like that speaks publicly for the first time in years, it's a big deal. Dan sat down for a long conversation with Lex Friedman on Lex Friedman's podcast, and right up front he confirmed that he had no involvement in GTA 6's story. It's not going to be a story that I wrote or a character set I developed. I think the world's probably had enough GTA for me. He talked about his time at Rockstar, the pressure of maintaining that standard, and how he's moved on to new creative projects under his new studio, Absurd Ventures. If you want to hear the full thing, and you should, go watch the full interview on Lex Friedman's channel. It's absolutely worth your time. But near the end, Dan made something clear. It was never about him. It was always a team effort. He said he was fortunate to work with incredibly talented people who helped make these worlds possible. And that ties directly into what I've been saying since he left Rockstar. Yes, Dan Houser is an amazing and brilliant writer, but it takes more than one person to make a Grand Theft Auto. Rockstar still has a deep bench of writers and creative leads, not to mention his own brother Sam Houser still runs the studio. So can we stop panicking about Dan Houser not being there? It's gonna be fine. Even Dan Houser himself said GTA 6 is going to be great. I'm sure him and Sam are talking about it all the time. This video is sponsored by Eldorado GG, the ultimate marketplace for gamers. Now here's what makes them different. They've got over 200 games covered with everything you could possibly need. We're talking instant currency top-ups, rare items, accounts, and even leveling services for when you want to skip to the fun parts. Whether you're playing GTA, Fortnite, Valorant, World of Warcraft, or pretty much any major title, they've got you covered. Now what really sold me on Eldorado is actually the trust factor. All sellers are verified, every transaction is secure, and their customer support actually has your back if something goes wrong. Now I've put it to the test myself, topped up my Rocket League account with some credits, and the whole thing was done in literally under a minute. No hassle, no stress. Let me walk you through it real quick. The site is super clean and intuitive. You just type in your game, pick what you need, and head to checkout. It's that simple. Now here's the best part for you guys. I've got an exclusive discount code, so use code SAV at checkout. I'll put it on the screen right now, and make sure you click the link at the top of the description or in the pinned comment. It's super easy to find on mobile, and it really helps support the channel. So next time you're staring down a massive grind and thinking, I'd rather just play the game, head over to Eldorado GG, use code SAV, the link's below. Trust me, your future self will thank you. All right, let's get back to the video. But what really stood out to me was Dan's take on where the industry is heading. He admitted that he's not a big fan of the shift towards purely online experiences. He said that the heart and narrative beauty of these worlds comes from the single-player storytelling, and that's understandable coming from a writer's perspective. But it might also explain why he stepped away when he did. GTA 6 Online is expected to be absolutely massive, and once it launches, it's almost certain to overshadow the single-player mode over time, just like GTA Online did with GTA 5. This could give us a small window into the creative tension between Houser's vision and Take-Two's executive priorities. One focused on narrative art, and the other on building a live service platform that can generate billions of dollars. While it's unfortunate to see Dan go, I don't think it's going to have that big of an impact on the final game, especially considering 90% of your time is going to be spent in the online after the story mode launches. Next up, we have some trouble behind the scenes at Rockstar. Reports are saying that Rockstar has fired around 30 to 40 employees across studios in the UK and Canada. The Independent Workers Union of Great Britain claims that these employees were either forming or discussing forming a union, and they've gone as far as calling it the most blatant act of union busting in the history of the UK games industry. Take-Two and Rockstar deny that, of course, saying that the firings were for gross misconduct and not related to any union activity. Now I'm not privy to all the facts here, but it's not hard to see how the timing could raise some eyebrows. A group of developers trying to organize right before the biggest release in gaming history? That's a logistical nightmare from any corporate standpoint. If even part of that's true, it could be easily seen internally as a serious disruption to workflow or NDAs, especially with GTA 6 being so heavily guarded. Again, this is all pure speculation. We don't know what happened, and I'm not pretending to. but it does raise a few important questions about where Rockstar is as a studio right now. We're at the tail end of what's likely a 5 to 6 year dev cycle, and GTA 6 at this point is almost certainly content complete, meaning that the systems are built, the story's locked in, and the last 10 to 15% of the work is merely polish, optimization, and final QA. So realistically, these layoffs probably won't affect the launch version of the game at all. But there's also the morale factor. Rockstar's been trying for years to shake off that old reputation for crunch and burnout, and stories like this, true or not, don't really help. It's also worth saying that I have almost zero firsthand experience with unions or game development. I'm just a guy thinking out loud on the internet. But from a distance, it looks like Rockstar is trying to finish the biggest game ever made while juggling real internal pressure, and that's never easy. Hopefully the truth comes out and the devs involved land on their feet, because regardless of the drama, this game needs to be perfect. All right, so let's shift gears to something a little bit more exciting. Take-Two's next earning call is locked in for Thursday, November 6th at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and the GTA 6 community is already watching this one like a hawk. Rockstar has a history of timing major marketing moments around Take-Two's financial windows. It keeps investors happy and the fan base on edge, and the timing couldn't be better this time around. We're roughly 6 months out from release. The holidays are coming fast, and Rockstar has quietly been hiring for marketing roles over the past few months. You don't expand that side of the studio unless the full rollout is about to begin. This is the stretch where everything behind the curtain starts slowly moving. Pre-order campaigns, ad buys, media partnerships, and while the only visible change recently has been a simple wallpaper update on Rockstar's site, which threw the internet into a tizzy, that kind of quiet usually means one thing. The next move is coming, and I think that next move is Trailer 3. So what could Trailer 3 actually show? Well, the first trailer reintroduced us to Vice City and Lucia. They set the tone and the setting. The second trailer brought Jason into the picture, showing the dynamic between the two protagonists and teasing a few vague story elements. So Trailer 3 could be where Rockstar pivots from tone to context. Can we expect to see a little bit more about the antagonists, maybe some more dialogue, give us a clearer sense of the stakes, maybe even sprinkle in a little bit of gameplay? I don't know. I'm trying not to get my hopes up. But it's also worth noting that Rockstar is already coordinating launch plans with Twitch, and I mentioned this in a video a few months ago. Twitch's chief monetization officer confirmed that they were working directly with Rockstar on launch activations and Twitch drops, and that gives me a little bit of confidence that May 26th is still the day, and we haven't seen anything to tell us otherwise. So if Thursday comes and goes with no trailer, hang tight through the holidays without panicking. Rockstar loves the spotlight, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if they go big around New Year's. Just think about it. Times Square lit up, the ball dropping, and GTA 6 advertisements plastered on all the screens. Either way, it's coming soon, and when it does, I'll be here breaking it down frame by frame, and you can count on it. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the GTA 6 Creator Roundtable, because this thing has turned into something really fun. The idea behind it is simple. Instead of heavily edited theory videos or surface level hype, these are long-form, unfiltered conversations between creators who live and breathe this game every single day. It's an inside look at how we actually think, debate, and sometimes disagree about what's coming. We've already done 2 of these incredible episodes. The first one brought together TGG, McTannen, Cyberboy, Vice City Insider, and Bogan Bav. We broke down Rockstar's patents, the leaks, and how GTA 6 could change the open world design forever. Then came episode 2, where we had Fishy, GTA Infinity, Dandy Andy, and Bogan Bav. That one got deeper into expectations, concerns, and what we think Rockstar needs to get right to make this the definitive Grand Theft Auto. And this Sunday night, we're recording episode 3, featuring Project Vice, Jetro, Bogan Bav, Zach Cox TV, and Bobby's Board. It's another stacked lineup, 5 creators with totally different perspectives, from lore and leaks to humor and community coverage. If you've ever wondered what creators actually say to each other when the cameras aren't rolling, that's what the Roundtable is. These discussions are honest, grounded, and sometimes go completely off the rails, but it's a lot of fun. Whether you watch the video or just throw it on in the background while you game, you're gonna walk away with insight that you don't get anywhere else. So be sure you're subscribed and have your notifications turned on, because episode 3 drops next week and it's shaping up to be the best one yet. Before I go, I want to give a shout out to all the members. Thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys have been absolutely insane. If you're interested in becoming a member, it's only $2.99 a month. You get early access to videos, custom badges, custom emojis, behind the scenes posts, and your name featured right here on future videos and live streams. And don't forget, the Discord server is open to everyone. That's where we pull guests in for live streams, share updates, and where I'll be hanging out and playing GTA 6 once it launches alongside all of you. I'll also be giving away 2 free copies of GTA 6 during the first live stream after release. Those are going to go to subscribers only, so make sure you're subbed and have the notifications turned on. You don't want to miss that one. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm Sav. This ain't your average YouTube clickbait, but if you're not sick of me yet, you can click on this video right here, and I'll see you over there.